How's it going, everybody? Raw and Smackdown week commencing the 18th of June. Starts with Titus O'Neil coming out, basically saying how he's the ambassador for the WWE, wants to help people, and everybody is welcome, and helping people in general around the world, and saying welcome to Raw is War. That's how it started. Then Becky Lynch comes out, she starts talking trash. Then Bianca Belair comes out, starts talking trash. And then Carmella comes out, starts talking trash. Then it goes into a match with Carmella and Bianca Belair, 1-on-1, good match in which Bianca Belair won. Then Street Profits come out on an interview saying Double J is going to be the special guest referee. Then MVP and Omos turn up, and then MVP was basically talking about how Omos flattened Dawkins. Then we had MVP and Dawkins, I believe, and MVP almost won. I believe he won. I think. My notes are a bit off today. Sorry. Then we had KO shows back interviewing Riddle. Basically, them two started arguing a little bit because KO started questioning Randy's loyalty to him. Then they started sort of back and forth. Then Seth comes out and blindsides Riddle and then beats him down, basically. Then we have Judgment Day coming out telling Dominic to join them. Then we had Priest versus Rey Mysterio, in which Damien Priest won. Then we had Seth versus Zeke, which was a really good match, but Seth won the match. Then we had Usos come out and they were basically saying they want Omos to win the match versus Dawkins later on, which was the match I was talking about earlier. It didn't happen earlier, it happened now. Usos was on commentary, so it was Dawkins versus Omos, and Dawkins won via DQ. Then we had the Street Profits versus Omos. Then it turned into a 6-man tag match after that because everyone was at ringside. So it was Street Profits versus Omos and MVP, which ended in DQ due to the Usos getting involved. Fury then comes out and talks a lot of trash, how he's going to be the Unified Champion by beating Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns once they obliterate each other. Then AJ comes out and it's meant to be AJ versus Fury, which was a decent match until Ziggler comes out as well. I have no idea what's going on with Ziggler or why he's even there. But Ziggler super kicked Fury outside the ring, causing him to be counted out, so AJ won the match by count out. Then we had Oscar, Dana Brooke, Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop, Tamina and Nikki. In the match, Dana was forced to defend her 24/7 championship, which she managed to retain, and then Oscar actually won the match by beating Nikki, so that's quite funny. Then we had the Miz TV with Logan Paul. Logan Paul basically says he wants to go against Miz. Miz accepts the match at SummerSlam. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, good amount. Raw was good. Then on to SmackDown. Stephanie starts the show basically saying Vince McMahon has now retired and the show will basically go on. Then basically starts with the Street Profits talking. Then Fury comes out. Then Usos come out. Then a big brawl happens. Then Madcap comes out as well. So that's what always happens. A big brawl always happens. Then we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kaiser. Kaiser, who runs with Gunter. I think that's how I pronounce his name. Kaiser won due to interference from Gunter, but he still got a slap on the chest. Then we had Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey going back and forth, basically saying they're going to beat each other. So we'll see what happens. That's going to be Saturday at the SummerSlam. Then we had Corbin and Mcafee fighting because obviously they're going to fight each other. McAfee's doing his job, and then Corbin comes and attacks him. So we'll see what happens there. Then we had Jinder and Shanky versus the Viking Raiders, ended in DQ. There we had Sheamus and Drew going back and forth about a match for a number one contendership match for a title shot that's going to happen in Cardiff. I can't remember the name of the pay-per-view, Battle at the Castle or something like that. So then Drew wanted to do it that night on SmackDown. Sheamus said no, but they've now agreed to having a Shillelagh match next week on SmackDown. So we'll see who faces the winner of the SummerSlam match, I believe. Then Paul Heyman say he wants Usos to beat down Theory, so we'll see what happens there. Then it was Rodriguez versus Sonya Deville in a match that Rodriguez wins. Then we had Aaliyah versus Lacey Evans. I think Lacey Evans is awesome. I like her promos. Her promos are one of the highlights for me on SmackDown. I'll be honest. She's really good. And obviously she didn't wrestle because she doesn't like the way the crowd are treating her, so she walked off. Then we had Jeff Jarrett saying he's ready for SummerSlam. He's going to be an impartial referee. He's going to call it down the middle, and he spells his name out as well. Then in the end, we had Usos versus Theory versus Madcap versus Street Profits. It was a good match, but in the end, Madcap Street Profits win by DQ due to Theory hitting Madcap with the briefcase. And then, out of nowhere, while he's hitting Madcap with the briefcase, Brock Lesnar comes down and then flattens Fury and everyone else around. So that was Raw and Smackdown. Definitely go and watch it. Covered it in just about 6 minutes. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and follow me on Instagram below. Thank you.